Life and life abundantly. A promise given and written, yet a reality demanding a fight.
One requiring something, or rather someone, so far beyond what our senses can fully grasp, in the daringly desperate confidence of what can't be seen.
This promise of life, it's so deep, so wide, so expansive. It's desired yet often unmet, with the willingness to endure what it requires. Evidently, it seems to be life's very contrast that invites the possibility of true life in. It's in that space where darkness sits weighty and without relent.
A place known as the Valley of the Shadow of Death. A place where the shedding of this fleeting world takes place, and a place we've come to know intimately. This valley wasn't a place we walked our feet into, but one we found ourselves suddenly thrown into the depths of, without notice, without anticipation, without a moment to catch our breath.
The words, "You have an infection in your heart, you need open heart surgery, and you will be admitted into the hospital right now," will never leave me.
Their chilling nature was paralyzing.
A moment in time that stung every part of us, taking our very breath away.
The promise of life now seemingly painted with a darkness so bleak a shade and a hold so bold it wouldn't loosen. But it's there. In that very raw, stripping, and cuttingly intimate space, we learned how to dance in the valley.
Those first moments in the hospital were branded with, "This season will be marked with joy," and that was given in greater measure than we deserved.
The goodness of God pierced through the days. Darkness was not real darkness anymore. The light and dark were now one and the same because of Him.
Pain wasn't shuddered at, it was embraced. Confusion wasn't jarring, it made us look beyond into what could be.
The enemy's grip only showed us the might of our Savior. The stripping of every dollar only positioned us for the provider's hand to be outstretched through His people.
Our fragility realigned us where strength is only attained in the waiting in His presence. We were cemented into a new layer of life that only Jesus makes possible.
Receiving the exceedingly abundantly more doesn't make logical sense, but at the same time, there's nothing more familiar. Of course there's more.
Of course His goodness expands wider than we could have even asked it to.
Of course life would beget more life.
Of course the valley would spring up life from the reserves of the depths.
It feels undeserving, yet perfectly in line with how He alone carefully makes all things work together.
Lev, the Hebrew word for heart, a discovered word that's always represented the intentional pursuit of a heart set on the things above, cutting ties with what this world had to offer, remaining open and broken, desperate to be formed like the clay at the mercy of the potter's hand.
We couldn't have known that the word study of Lev would be so finely timed into the season he'd come out of. Like a string that's been woven and mapped out, we've been led here, step by step, one foot in front of the other.
It's always been Lev. In ways, it feels like He's always been with us.
But it's because His days were already known and numbered. His conception, His formation, His life. Always kept close in the heart of God and now deposited into ours.
We couldn't have written this. It's already outside of us how or why we get to live this. Gratitude unbinds us and brings us lower so that He's the one who can get the glory. It's only reserved for Him.
A holy heart made possible because a new heart was received. I had to suffer, endure, and overcome. I had to go first, before my son, who I didn't even know, yet knew all along. I went through the valley Lev would never have to. Now, a new legacy is being built to never know heart disease and only know the goodness and faithfulness of God.
He's a miracle in every way unfolding before us, healing us, creating anew in us, molding us, and leading us to the edge of impossibility.
Lev Santo Baker, you are the tangible promise of life and life abundantly. We love you more than we'll ever be able to articulate in this life, but we'll spend the rest of our days showing you.
This life is a gift we don't have the luxury to take for granted anymore. Its length of vapor, it comes and goes, but it's rich in all its ways.
We've spent the last decade building a home and a life where no eye has seen it, no ear has heard it, no heart has imagined it. Adding you into this extraordinary, beautiful life we've been given is so sacred to us.
For the rest of the time, whether we're in the valley or we're in the heavens, you don't have to wonder what we'll be doing.
We'll all be dancing together.